everyone.
You didn't do the hands.
Hello.
There we go. For all the YouTube watchers out there, that's very important you do the hands. It's your whole shtick.
I know it's so important.
It's
I'm
your
sorry.
brand. You fucking failed us. How could you? It's a good thing I'm in my ref shirt. I just got out of refereeing because I got to call you 2 minutes for bullshit. Get in the penalty box.
We're both in black and white. We're matching.
I don't want to do this anymore.
Welcome
back
to the Catch-Up Corner.
I'm Benson and that's Meg, and we're here on Star Wars Month. And I'm very excited, if not fighting a migraine, to talk about this today. As I'm fighting a yawn too.
If you didn't watch the last episode, you should, because we had our first ever guest, Connor.
From New School Arcade, whatever that channel is.
And we talked about the sequel movies in the last one, which means we are now on to the more independent films. These are movies that are standalone movies.
Or segues into TV shows.
Or segues into TV shows. Did you say that that Solo was getting a sequel, or one of them was getting a sequel?
No.
I thought you said that there was another movie.
Oh, no, Solo hypothetically would have gotten a sequel, but they're not doing anything with it.
Oh, okay.
So the Clone Wars movie, there's 3 movies we're talking about today. First of all, Clone Wars. Second of all, Solo. Third of all, Rogue One. Now, Rogue One's the most interesting because Andor, the TV show, segues into Rogue One, which then Rogue One segues into A New Hope. So you could say it's a standalone, but also not a standalone. It's a Star Wars story, so that's what we're going on. Mm-hmm. Then there's Solo, which is the origins of Han Solo and how he got his Falcon ship. He got his buddy Chewbacca, meets Lando and all that shit. And then the Clone Wars movie is the movie about the beginning of the Clone Wars, or at least being dropped right into the Clone Wars to some capacity. And yeah, there's that one. So how do we want to talk about this? Do we want to talk about this in the order that you watched it?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Okay, cool. Perfect, because I was going to say, let's go over least popular or critically acclaimed to most critically acclaimed. And
the Clone Wars is least popular?
It has like a 15% on Rotten Tomatoes.
What?
It's not a good movie.
Really? What? I liked it.
Oh, I guess we're jumping right into it then. The Clone Wars. So, we follow Anakin Obi-Wan, joined by a new person, Ahsoka Tano, who becomes a mainstay in this wonderful expanded galaxy, and is Anakin's Padawan. Yes, gasp, Anakin has a Padawan, officially canon. And they didn't decanonize the Clone Wars stuff, thankfully. But Ahsoka joins them as they look for Jabba the Hutt's son? Yeah, son, if I remember correctly. And it follows them basically trying to get access and free reign over the Outer Rim in regards to, like, moving freely, because Jabba the Hutt and all those wonderful Hutt Empire people and scumbags of the outlaw world control the Outer Rim. So they need perfect passage across, and the Separatists are fighting for Jabba's favor as well. And this leads to his son being kidnapped, and both parties essentially racing to bring Jabba's son and get his favor, which, gasp, be surprised, the bad guys were the ones that kidnapped and staged it the whole time.
Which, how ironic is it, though, that Jabba's son gets kidnapped, and Anakin is going to save him, but then Jabba goes and kidnaps his daughter a couple years later.
Yeah, technically Jabba, enslaves his daughter. That's true.
Yeah.
The
and
irony.
Puts her in a fucking bikini.
Okay, that's not about that this episode. We get introduced to a couple important players in the Star Wars universe in this movie, especially Captain Rex, the clone commander that works with Anakin especially. We get introduced to Asajj Ventress, the apprentice of Count Dooku, and Ahsoka Tano. Obviously the most important piece for many reasons going forward, especially in the Clone Wars show and obviously her aptly named show, Ahsoka. She is huge in so many ways. All these characters in some way are, I guess you could say, but Ahsoka especially. Now, let's just jump right into it with this movie. What did you think?
All right. I mean, so first, did you mention that it was animated?
It is animated. Sorry, I should mention, it's animated.
Yeah, it's animated, which this was the first dip into an animated Star Wars production that I had watched, because I think I watched this before I watched Ewoks.
And the other shows we're going to get into later, yeah.
So I thought it was interesting. This is such a distinct and different animation style.
It's not that great in the first movie. It's rough. That's the biggest reason people don't like it.
I didn't know how to feel about it, because it is rough. There are some facial expressions, especially that it did not work with.
Yeah.
Like, half of the time, it looked like Obi-Wan was trying really hard to move his face.
Yeah, the battles especially took a hit in some ways, I feel like, in this movie.
See, I think I prefer battles in animated things.
That's fair.
But, yeah, like, I don't think the animation style... Like, it was interesting. Like, I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
But I think it took me a minute to get into it.
It's better in the TV show, especially as the series goes on, that's for sure. But you could tell this was supposed to be, the springboard into the TV series. And that is also why people do not like this movie entirely, is because it just feels like one elongated pilot episode where you feel like it's supposed to split into two parts, and it doesn't. And I don't disagree. I think this movie has its charm and great plot points, obviously, but it definitely is one of the weakest Star Wars movies out there, for sure. And especially when it comes to, like, the battles, especially. Like, you can, like, some scenes look like they're still being rendered in a 3D animation program, like, from jumps to everything. But what did you think about the animation overall?
Yeah, I just think it took me a minute to get into. I don't think it was bad, but I definitely think it needed some fine-tuning.
Oh, yeah. And they fine-tune it. Again, this is a movie that I think that they just rushed out to hype up the Clone Wars TV series. So you can definitely see it.
It felt like a setup movie. It's a very interesting plot, too, to make the whole plot going to rescue Jabba the Hutt's son. Who's so cute, by the way.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I love him so much.
She's gone from hating the Hutts to loving them.
No, just the baby.
Okay, just the baby. Sorry.
Just the baby.
We get a lot of looks at Jabba's family in this, ironically enough, between that and Zero the Hutt, who a lot of people didn't like at first.
Yeah.
Well, because it feels like a gay stereotype, I think was a critique. But also, like, I don't feel like it matters much to his character. You know what I mean? I mean, I get why people see he's a gay stereotype, obviously, but he's still a good character.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you know, this is a time where those stereotypes were used a lot more, and they still are to this day. But also, like, it wasn't meant to be disrespectful, I feel like. You know what I mean? You can tell when a stereotype is played to be disrespectful, and a stereotype, as much as you don't want to use stereotypes, is used because it's the easiest segue for a character. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, doesn't make it right.
No, it doesn't make it right, but Zero the Hutt's still a decent character. And this isn't the last we see of him, I should say. He does make appearances in the Clone Wars, but very interesting we got a lot of time with Jabba the Hutt and exploring Tatooine again.
Yeah, let's talk a little bit about characters. I think you brushed on it briefly.
Yes.
It's just an interesting side of Anakin that we don't see
the
in the
war
prequels.
criminal.
Yeah.
He commits a lot of war crimes in the series. I can't wait for you to see that.
But he's confident and cocky.
He has Obi-Wan sass.
And sassy, but in a different way than in the movies. I feel like in the movies he was more whiny.
Yeah,
in this one, it seems like he is more confident, cocky, but he's obviously earned the place to have a Padawan.
Well, it's interesting you say that because everyone thought it was going to be Obi-Wan's new Padawan.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. It was a very interesting twist to have Anakin have a Padawan that we had never seen in the movies. And they do go over it in the series itself, which we almost didn't get because the series was originally canned, but I digress. But it's interesting, for sure. It is very, very interesting to see Anakin get a Padawan. And so let's dive into that one really quick, speaking of characters. Okay, first of all, before we get into new characters, returning characters. How did you feel about, because Hayden Christensen and Ewan McGregor did not come back to voice their characters. This is a cast that, like, for the most part, I think Samuel L. Jackson voices Mace Windu in this movie, but then doesn't for the TV series. Most of the movie cast does not come back for to voice these characters in the movies and the TV series. How did you feel about that?
I thought it was so interesting when you told me that, because for the most part, they all sound exactly like the actors.
Other than Anakin, but...
other than Anakin, you could tell it wasn't Hayden, but Obi-Wan sounded like Ewan McGregor.
He did sound pretty damn close. Yoda was Yoda.
Yoda was Yoda. I think it sounded, like, very, very similar, and I think the acting choice, or casting choice, on point.
Count Dooku? I mean,
on point.
Wasn't Christopher Lee, but he had isms that Christopher Lee implemented into Count Dooku. I think this is a great casting.
Yeah.
It was a very nice casting. Did you feel like the characters were kept intact for the most part compared to the movies?
Yeah, other than those facial expressions.
And Anakin's sass, obviously.
Other than Anakin, I really wanted to ask you if this is considered canon.
It is.
You already told me, but it just doesn't seem like this is the version of Anakin that stayed the whole way through. And if this is the version that we got of Anakin, which takes me back to my whole thing about prequels, is if this was the version of Anakin that stayed the whole way through, it would have been a very, very, very different franchise.
Well, that's the issue, too, is that he breaks this part 2 in the TV series, which you are watching currently.
Yeah, I'm only on episode 2.
Yeah, we have a bunch of TV shows to talk about before the Clone Wars, and that's for good reason, to give her time to watch it all. But there are many points and many plots that are centered around Anakin, obviously. Like, there's a whole thing where he quite literally grapples with the embodiment of the dark and light side of the Force. And there are many moments where he does show traversing into the dark side of the Force, especially in Season 2, where he almost force chokes a bitch because he's jealous about them flirting with Padme. Which, again, the romance isn't as big in this, but it's still a huge point. Yeah. I should say. It's not like the prequel romance, but you can tell there's a lot of love there, obviously, like in the prequels.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a very funny point, because there's a couple romances that you're going to look at and go, oh boy, going into this TV show.
I'm excited for the TV show.
I will say, especially Obi-Wan, and it shows how, honestly, they gave this guy a lot more depth after the prequels about him trying to struggle between being a good friend to Anakin and being a good master loyal to the Jedi Order. Because this man makes a lot of mistakes, and we learn about a lot of him almost breaking the code when it comes to romance and other shit. Mm-hmm. And you're going to learn it as early as Season 2, quite frankly. But other than that, again, I feel like these characters get a lot of depth and are very kept intact. Obi-Wan's sass is still unparalleled. He distracted a general to buy Anakin time to destroy a shield blast, or a shield generator, by talking about peace treaties and getting tea. Very Obi-Wan-esque, in my opinion.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Actually, that's another one before we get into new characters. What did you feel about the humor in this? This is a lot funnier, or trying to be funny compared to the other movies.
I liked it. I think it took it's kind of a non-serious plot, I guess. It's kind of a minor plot compared to the other ones that we've watched. You're going to save a villain's son, someone that Anakin already has some connection to, the whole planet in general. He does not like Tatooine in general, isn't a fan of the Hutts. For sure. We know that. And it just, you're going to save his son. It seems like such a minor thing, which of course is a battle in its own. And
it's not even a minor thing in the grand scope, because the Outer Rim, if they didn't get access to travel through the Outer Rim, the war technically would be lost.
Yeah.
And it's interesting.
I mean, it definitely just feels like a setup to something, but it was fun. This is something that I would go and watch on its own, without even knowing about the TV show.
It's not a good movie.
No, it's not great.
It's a good setup, though. And honestly, I'll give it credit for that. Especially because it gave us a lot of interesting plot points going forward. Which, let's go right into the new characters, the biggest part of this movie. Let's talk about some of them. Let's save the biggest one for last. Asajj Ventress. This is Count Dooku's apprentice. While Anakin's getting a new apprentice, we're introduced to an apprentice of Count Dooku for who knows how long. Asajj Ventress. Very big character. What do you think about her from what you've seen?
I liked her. I mean, obviously, I don't like villain characters, but I think she had some potential. She was interesting to watch.
She's got a lot of potential. Let's just say it that way. But her lightsabers are cool too. She has a great fighting style, mm-hmm. and I love that you can tell immediately that there's history between them and the heroes. Obviously,
yeah.
You could tell she's Count Dooku's apprentice, though, because she acts kind of like him, right?
Yes, very much so. Which, she annoys you. She gets on your nerves. You're not supposed to like her, but she's a good villain.
You gotta respect the hustle.
I think that's something with most Star Wars villains is you don't like them, but they're good villains.
She's a very unkept Count Dooku because she still has that frustration and anger, kind of paralleling Anakin in my opinion in a way.
Yeah,
you know?
I agree. I see that a lot because it's something that like Dooku is known for. Like he's angry, but he's structured. He has a plan.
He's civilized.
Yeah, and she's not quite there yet.
She kind of has those isms, and you could tell that's Count Dooku's apprentice, but she is far from it. And it costs her a lot in this movie, quite frankly. I mean, her duel with Obi-Wan while Anakin was escaping costed big time, and you could see it. And it was also, that was interesting, though. What did you think about that? That Obi-Wan had the upper hand for the most part, but there were moments she had the upper hand on Anakin and Obi-Wan at times, which I feel like if you're a longtime fan, you look at that character and go, that's not supposed to happen. They're powerful. Why would some random new person show up? How did you feel about Asajj Ventress in this?
Because they're not all powerful. That's the thing. We've seen time and time again, like, they lose battles. It's bound to happen. There's gonna be someone who's stronger than them. And she is in the phase of learning how to be stronger than them. Mm-hmm. Like, it's okay.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Like, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that, and I don't think that takes away from her character at all.
It's fun to see, because she has, like, a rivalry, it feels like, if you will, with Anakin especially. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they're so similar.
They absolutely are. Their anger is so wildly unkept. Yeah. It's great.
Villains don't like seeing themselves in the heroes.
No, they don't. And heroes don't like seeing themselves in villains. Speaking of heroes, unless there's something else you have about Asajj Ventress, no? Let's go into the other one. Captain Rex, the clone commander. Much like Commander Cody is the equivalent of Obi-Wan and their friendship, Captain Rex, you could say, is the equivalent of serving under Anakin and their dynamic. Mm-hmm. He plays a huge part, obviously. A lot of clones do throughout the Clone Wars, duh. What did you think of Captain Rex from what you saw?
I'm going to be really honest. I think it's been a while. I don't know if I remember who that is.
Captain Rex has like the blue tinted helmet for the clone troopers, wields both pistols. You know that guy?
Yeah.
He plays a huge part. He was there at the what's it called? Monastery with them during the raid to get his their Jabba's son. That guy.
Okay.
Yeah,
I know who you're talking about now.
Okay, yeah. What'd you think about him?
Yeah. I mean, he's a solid character. Like I said, I mean, if it took me a minute to remember him, then I probably didn't connect with him as well.
He gets a better role, though, in the Clone Wars, and you can tell this is a setup for these characters, especially the clones. You're going to really grow to get attached to a lot of these clones. I think this series does a great job humanizing hints of what you see in Revenge of the Sith with clones and their relationship with the Jedi, especially Captain Rex.
Okay.
So far you think he's pretty solid? Not much else to say?
Yeah, not much else to say.
Kind of sassy like Anakin in a way, too. Again, there's something about rubbing off. You know what I mean?
I think they all have a little sass in them, but that's what makes it funny.
That's true. All right, let's just cut to the chase with the biggest character, Ahsoka Tano.
Love her.
Yep.
So much. Okay, her voice took a minute. Yeah. I don't think it fits her character.
I mean, she's like yay high.
I know, but just listen. Just because you're short doesn't mean you have a small voice.
She's also kind of a kid, technically speaking.
But I don't know. I just don't think her voice fits her.
Like a teen.
But her as a character, she's the perfect Padawan for Anakin.
Yeah.
The perfect Padawan for Anakin. She challenges him. She calls him Sky Guy, first of all.
And he retorts with snips. Because of her snippiness, which is great.
It works. She challenges him in a good way. And it just makes you laugh because you're like, Anakin, you'd be doing the same fucking thing right now. I don't know why you're giving her a hard time.
I mean, Obi-Wan said it himself, where he'd be like, reminds me of someone I used to know. Like, she is a great foil to Anakin. Like, he has to actually be the master. But also, too, it's not like he's completely stunting her growth, per se.
And I know already from what I've seen in the TV show. Like, it definitely shows.
If anything, he's teaching her how to be like him in a good way.
Yeah, that is definitely fair, but it's still funny to see her challenge him. I love her as a character.
You know what it reminds me of? Anakin sounds a little too much like Qui-Gon Jinn at times.
I know, and I wish we got to see more of their dynamic. I really do, because I think he would have been the perfect mentor for him. I love Obi-Wan. I do. I think he tried really, really hard.
It's hard when you're getting thrusted into this.
Yeah, but he's not Qui-Gon. And I think Qui-Gon would have been the perfect master for Anakin.
And then, but then also none of this would have happened. That's the best part about it.
No.
It's tough. It's tough to talk about. But back to Ahsoka, obviously. She brings something new to the table of all this. So what'd you feel about her dynamic with everybody? Thrusting this character that you're like, who the fuck is this, into this huge lore that essentially will change the course of everything.
I think she's an amazing character. I think she adds a little bit of humanity to Anakin because you can see that she's trying to help. She doesn't really have that darkness that Anakin has. She's not angry, she's just determined.
Yup.
She wants to prove herself, and like she does have a little bit of Anakin in her where she's a little bit too determined, but she doesn't have that cocky and angry side like Anakin does. At least that we've seen yet. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing about it, is that she challenges the Jedi Order in a different way. Mm-hmm. Like, there is a plot point in a season finale that changes the trajectory of Ahsoka for a good while until the final season. And I'm not going to go into spoilers, obviously, but when you watch it, it basically is challenging the Jedi Order like how it should have been originally. Like, if that was the case with Obi-Wan, maybe Anakin would be different. But you'll get there when we get there. There's not much else to talk about with this movie. Like, no, it's a setup for the new character. Again, it's not a good movie. Good setup, not a great movie at all. Especially because the animation's so fucking rough.
Yeah, I mean, I'd watch it again, definitely. Like, it's not like some of the sequel movies that I wouldn't put on.
Yeah.
But
it's decent. There is still, despite the animation, there's decent action. Again, it's a movie where the lightsaber fights take a hit, but the general action's still good. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, not a lot of new planets either. We got the Crystallis, I believe, the crystal planet. I forget the name. Yeah. We get to go into the jungles, of course, the monasteries. I forget the name of that planet. It's Tef, I'm pretty sure. Yes. There's so many planets, it's hard to even keep up sometimes, in my opinion, with how busy I am, even as a longtime fan. But it was a movie that played in theaters. Did not perform well. Animation, obviously, is not the greatest. Soundtrack, not that great either, quite frankly.
Yeah.
Again, that took a hit in this movie. Any other loose thoughts you have for this movie? This is the easiest of the three to talk about, too. Going from least to best, I feel like, is easy to talk about.
Yeah.
But, actually, let's talk about this. There's one more humanization to returning characters. The battle droids. Oh my god, they're amazing. What did you think? How stupid were they?
They're so stupid.
Can you believe these guys gave the Jedi a hard time and murdered almost the entire organization on Geonosis in Attack of the Clones? Yeah. The same droids?
Yeah, I guarantee about 90% of those instances were accidents.
Oh, yeah.
It was totally an accident. They're so stupid.
They are such a running theme of humor in this TV series and movie, and it's so funny.
Yeah.
Like, they're so stupid, and they're hysterical.
Yeah, they're the kind of stupid, though, that it's funny.
Oh, absolutely.
There's some stupidity that you're just like, this is too stupid to be funny. No, they're stupid and funny.
Oh, yeah. It's hard to believe they're the villains. But, again, they're being controlled by the Sith, so what do you know, I guess? They're robots. It's very funny. Padme, what'd you think about her taking a back seat in this movie for the most part? She didn't... That's the biggest thing about this movie being a setup, is that she got maybe 10 minutes of screen time in the most rushed way possible.
Yeah, I think they had to include her. But it also... This wasn't really her movie. This wasn't about her and Anakin, and I kind of appreciated that. I love Padme as a character.
Oh, for sure.
But
they rushed it, though. They needed some foil to buy time for Jabba the Hutt, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but this is ultimately Ahsoka's movie. This is the introduction of her. I don't think we really needed Padme. Am I glad she was in it? Yeah.
It felt like a rushed way to, buy time for Jabba. You know what I mean? Like, the main cast is all here, but it was a rushed way to do that.
Yeah.
But she is important, don't worry, obviously. But I just wanted to bring that up, because that whole Coruscant with Zero thing is so rushed, and it does buy into the movie thing.
I do think her animation was the best, though.
Yeah.
Like, it looked like her.
Nah, I'm going to give that to C-3PO.
Well...
I mean, it's a droid, but come on. It's that easy. It's that easy.
There are a lot of different versions of C-3PO.
Oh, yeah, I'm kidding. I'm kidding, of course. There's a lot of great stuff in this, obviously.
All right.
A lot of great animations.
Anything else you need to ask before we move on?
No. again, you summed it up. Bad movie, not better setup.
Yeah, fun movie, but not a good movie.
Exactly.
Like, I don't want to compare it to this, but kind of like the Minecraft movie.
Oh, fuck you.
A fun
Fuck
movie.
you.
I'm only saying it because Benson gave me an early Christmas gift today.
Stupid comparison. How could you?
But
Don't
the
compare it to
Minecraft
Lava
movie-
Chicken. No,
The Minecraft
no.
movie is fun.
No, it's
But
not.
it's stupid. Benson gave me an early Christmas gift today, and it was the Minecraft movie soundtrack on vinyl because we have a record player.
Oh, dear God. All right, next movie.
All right.
Solo.
Solo. I know that your favorite is the next one, but I think this is my favorite.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Out of the three.
Okay.
I do think there are good and bad things about this one.
Oh, yeah.
Like, this wasn't a perfect movie, but out of the three, I think this one was the most enjoyable. So, Solo is exactly what it sounds like. It is the introduction to Han, who does not have a last name at the beginning of this movie, and we actually see the introduction of his last name.
So fucking stupid. Oh, my God. Signing up for the Imperial Navy, and he goes, "You got a name, Han? What's your family name? Where do you come from?" And he just goes, "I don't have anybody." So that guy just goes, "Huh, Solo."
Han Solo.
Stupid.
It was so stupid.
I hate
so
when movies
stupid.
do that for origin story. I get it, but it's stupid. It works, I guess. Fucking stupid. But it follows him getting off Corellia, and him being thrusted into the galaxy and the life of an outlaw, trying to go back for his wonderful friend, quote unquote, and rescue her from the life of Corellia, which is a horrible life, being essentially a slave and essentially a worker to all these smugglers. So, yeah, it focuses on the outlaw life more than the actual conflict. So, give me your thoughts.
Okay, I think... So, alright, casting. I think this had a really good cast.
Okay.
Like, we have Woody Harrelson, Amelia Clark, Donald Glover. Amazing casting. I wasn't sure how to feel about the actor for Han at first.
He's great.
He is, but then, like, okay, I have to give him props, because you're taking on a character that is so well known and already has his established personality and character dynamic, and you're trying to replicate that in a way, but also make it your own, which is really hard to do. And I think, like, it came across in some ways like, oh, that sounded like something Han would say and how he would say it. Mm-hmm. And in a lot of ways, it didn't quite make the mark. So you have to think of him as, like, this is Han before.
I mean, yeah.
But, like, I don't know. It took me a minute to get used to him and, like, to actually recognize that this was the character that is already well known and loved.
I guess.
You don't agree?
I don't agree. I thought he was fantastic.
He's great.
I thought he was fantastic.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it took a minute. This movie also doesn't feel like a Star Wars movie.
Yes.
But not in a bad way. Like, I don't think there's anything bad about this movie, like, that it's bad.
It's a grand space opera, typically Star Wars, but this one's a Western type of film because it deals with the outlaw side.
Yeah.
And it works. Like, I don't want to hear anyone bitch and moan about not doing different things when this is something that was different and worked, in my opinion. Like, it captured the feel of a Western outlaw type of movie amazingly, in my opinion. Even down to the card game poker dealing shit and the standoff style stuff between who you assume is the villain and Beckett, Han, Chewie, and the crew when they get coaxium later on.
Like, this is a fun movie. Like, I'm not saying that it not feeling like Star Wars is a bad thing. I think it was really great for what it was. Like, it took me a minute to be like, oh, wait, this is a Star Wars movie. I'm watching a Star Wars movie.
It's a different approach to the Star Wars galaxy.
Which I liked. I liked a lot.
Which is good, because you know what? Quite frankly, if they did this like an epic space opera like any other original film...
Think it wouldn't
it wouldn't have worked at all. Like, you still get a feel for the galaxy, but you're in the underbelly at this point, in the Outer Rims type of thing. You get the history of Han doing his things, like the Kessel Run, world record Kessel Run, obviously. You get him meeting Lando. I mean, going back to the casting, I don't even think you liked Donald Glover as Lando at first.
Not at first. Okay, the casting just took me a minute to get into. Because like I said, it's so hard to bring a different actor into a world where it's a character already on their own. Like, I was fine with Emilia Clarke as Kira. I was fine with...
Because they're not characters you know.
Woody Harrelson coming in, because they're not characters that already have an established personality.
Mm-hmm.
It's, like, sometimes it just takes a minute to be like, okay, all right, fine. Like, it just takes a second.
Donald Glover, I don't think anyone else could have been Lando.
Yeah, no,
I don't think so.
I think after, okay, so my initial problem with it is he came off a little too serious. But then, because, like, I get it, that scene was supposed to be serious. But then we see a little bit more of his charming personality, and I'm like, all right, he fits.
I
take it back.
Yeah, he was doing great. I think there was also supposed to be a Lando movie at some point, and that got canned, I think.
Oh, that's...
I don't know, actually. I hear things in between about it, but... yeah, this is the one that was supposed to have a sequel, obviously.
Yeah.
But this was a good movie. The action, in my opinion, some of the best out of the Disney era. Do you agree?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. I liked it.
It's really good action. Anything else you could say on it?
Yeah,
Oh, don't hurt.
My foot is asleep.
Your foot is asleep.
Again.
Okay, but anything else you could say on that?
No, I think it was solid. It was fun. It was more of like a heist movie, which I really, really liked about it. I think it was a different approach to a Star Wars film.
Yep.
And I wasn't mad about it.
No, it's a good movie. What'd you think of the new characters?
I love them. There was obviously something. Okay, so Kira is
Han's
love interest.
Yep.
And, like, there's definitely something, like, she was on the planet that he escaped from. He wanted to go back for her. And he finds out that she actually got off the planet on her own, and we don't know how.
Mm-hmm.
And so the whole time you're like, okay, but what did she do? Because she's acting really sus right now. And we get that reveal later on. And, Jesus. Yeah. We get that reveal.
Yeah.
And, like, it leaves you in a way of wanting to know more about her that we don't really get a conclusion on, which sucks. But I liked her as a character.
Yep.
Emilia Clarke, anyway, is an amazing actress.
Yep, she is.
Donald Glover as Lando. Oh, you asked about the new characters.
Oh, yeah.
Woody Harrelson.
I mean, Lando was a good one, too. Woody Harrelson's Beckett. What'd you feel about that?
Okay, I mean... His acting is phenomenal no matter what he's in.
He played a good Western veteran cowboy.
Yeah, and he was like, okay, I won't, like, he's not a hero. We, find out he's more of like an anti-villain, like halfway through.
No, not anti-villain, anti-hero.
Anti-hero, whatever.
Yeah, you mean that.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Anti-hero, like halfway through. Like, he literally tells Han, don't trust anybody, and we find out exactly why.
And then Han shoot first.
Yeah.
There you go.
And
there's no controversy like Greedo.
But, like, you kind of feel bad because you saw that he lost his person earlier on
womp, womp.
in the movie.
Yeah.
And I liked him as a character.
It shows the complexity
I liked his
of
acting. I liked it.
Dryden Voss, his boss. What'd you think about that? Because that guy could have been David Bowie, quite frankly. And I kept saying that. I forgot how much he kind of looks like David Bowie sometimes. You saw a lot of sides about outlaws in this movie. Between Beckett, obviously, Han's cheery, quote-unquote, compared to the rest of the outlaws' looks on the galaxy. Mm-hmm. That type of thing. And you got insights of the rebellion, honestly, in some ways with some of these outlaws. Mm-hmm. What did you think of Dryden Voss and his snarky, rich alliance type of shit? Like, posh outlaw.
Yeah, he's, our introduction to him is him stabbing somebody.
Yeah, he was in a meeting with somebody very important, and he was so mad he stabbed that person to death.
Yeah, so we already know the kind of crazy he is, but, I don't want to say he's the best villain of the Star Wars series, but he's definitely...
He's a good one.
He's a strong one. I don't think there are any bad villains, but I'm trying not to be,
Kylo Ren, I thought. Yeah. I thought Kylo Ren was a bad villain.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Never mind.
Yeah, no, I realized. I remembered the movies. I was trying not to think about those.
No, too late. Wow, you would think you're a fan for years with the way you're talking about those movies. But Dryden Voss is a good villain. He has a lot of personality. Yeah. Except he is the leader of Crimson Dawn. Except he isn't the leader of Crimson Dawn. Do we want to just get this plot twist out of the way?
Well, somebody says in the movie, everybody works for someone. Mm-hmm. And we really find that out in the last 5 minutes, don't we?
5-10 minutes, yeah. So, obviously, when Dryden Voss is killed by Kira, freeing her, essentially, she takes a look at his ring and contacts the leader of Crimson Dawn. Who
ends up being someone that I didn't expect.
Darth fucking Maul, baby.
Fucker is back.
What'd you think? Well, he plays a huge part in the galaxy. What'd you think about seeing him?
I didn't know how to feel. I was sure. Well, I mean, yeah, the name kind of should have given you a hint about that. Crimson.
Yeah, Dawn.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
The Crimson Dawn. That should have given you a hint as to who's actually running everything. And then we see Darth Maul, who will now be working a lot closer to Kira.
And we never find out how, because there's no sequel.
I know, and that fucking sucks. I mean, not that it really matters, because it's Han, and we know who he ends up with anyway.
Yeah. That was the funniest part. But... That was the funniest part, is that she kept looking at them making out and going, that's not Leia. That's not Leia.
No, it's not Leia. I mean, obviously, he had a past. We know he's had girlfriends before. Yes. But that's not Leia.
Yeah. I mean, that's fair. But Darth Maul, what a twist, eh? Can I tell you, this is not the last you'll see of Darth Maul.
Yeah, you've already told me that.
I'm so excited for you to see Darth Maul, one of the best characters in the series, in my opinion.
Yeah.
He is so hell-bent on so much. You know what the best part is? He's getting a TV show next year.
Great.
We get Darth Maul, Shadow Overlord, I think it's called. It's an animated show, and it shows him in the Underdark of the galaxy, much like here in Solo.
Great.
Aren't you excited?
Yeah.
You're so excited, aren't you?
Yay! I think you're more excited than I am.
Oh, I'm waiting. I'm so excited to see your reaction, because I can tell you right now, the biggest players in Anakin possibly being saved from the dark side are as follows in this series. Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ahsoka Tano, and Darth Maul.
Yeah. Yeah.
Technically, Darth Maul, not because he tries to save Anakin by any means, but if somebody listened to him, we would not be where we are today. Let's put it that way. Oh, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. I'm telling you. Oh, he's so good. But speaking of good, how do you feel about the integrity of the characters returning in this? Solo, himself, Lando, and Chewbacca. Oh, wait. Other new character. Lando's robot, his droid.
L3 was my favorite. Okay, and of course, they kill the fucking feminist.
And technically retcon the Falcon. Did you know that?
No.
Because when they update her navigation base into the Falcon, and she's one with the Falcon, they retcon a line from A New Hope, I'm pretty sure it is, that says she has that the Falcon has the most unique database in all the galaxy. So it's the slightest retcon to everything.
I loved her character. She was so funny, convinced that Lando's in love with her.
Denying her own feelings as a droid.
Denying her own feelings as a droid.
Caused an uprising.
Which is how she died.
Yep.
They killed the feminist robot. Yeah. And I was actually really upset about it.
Yeah, she was funny.
I loved her. She was funny, but she was also like, she was with the cause.
She was with the cause.
She said, fuck the patriarchy.
Yeah. Oh my god. Her girl talk with Kira was fucking hysterical.
It was so funny.
Come on. It's just us two. You can tell me. Like, it was so funny. What else was there for characters? Oh, actually, I think
Chewie. Our introduction to Chewie. We didn't talk about him.
No, we were just about to talk before that, the integrity of the characters returning to this movie. The fan favorites, Lando, Han, and Chewie. Start with Chewie. I mean, the introduction is...
Okay, so the introduction to Chewie is So Han gets caught.
Because Beckett snitches him out.
Yeah.
As Beckett is impersonating an officer.
And he gets thrown into a cage with the Beast. Well, the Beast happens to be a Wookiee who's just covered in mud because he's been living in this underground, disgusting baloney this whole time. And he's mad.
It's
he
Chewbacca.
Is very mad. And he's just flinging Han around the room. And finally he realizes that Han can speak his language. And so they start pretending to fight. And then they, like, break open the hatch. And they escape together. And oh my god, it was so fucking funny. And then we just get to see their friendship blossom from there, starting with when they take a shower together.
Yeah. That was random. But I guess. And then Lando, obviously, we touched on Lando. His character was kept intact. Han, I guess we already talked about the characters being kept intact. Yeah. But the dynamics, how different would the movies be for you if Beckett somehow lived? Because technically, these guys were an unstoppable force, Beckett, Han, and Chewie. They could have been something special, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I think if Beckett had lived, Han wouldn't have gone to Tatooine.
It's so fascinating. Well, he would have gone to Tatooine with Beckett for the big job, because at the end, Beckett says, if you ever find your way, when Han's trying to help, because the whole thing is they get coaxium, which was Beckett's job to sell to Dryden, and then they fail, and then they find another one on Kessel, and then they're refining it, and then the big bad, quote-unquote, is this girl and other people who are allianced with the rebellion, or allies of the rebellion, trying to get coaxium to uprise against the Empire. This unrefined, horrifying power source. Mm-hmm. And basically, Han is sentimental to their cause, and is trying to trick Dryden to do, into getting what he thinks is coaxium. And of course, Beckett wants no part of it. And Beckett says, if you ever find yourself out of here, escape alive, come find me. I'll be on Tatooine. Big gangsters putting a thing together. Alluding to Jabba the Hutt, obviously.
Yeah.
How different would everything be if Han and Beckett made it out alive? Or even just gave up on the whole thing and went to Tatooine? I feel like everything that New Hope built for would have been lost. Like, yeah, they may have met Han to some degree. Maybe the path would take longer than usual, but they would not have won.
Yeah, I think in the first episode of this series, I was shitting on prequels because I was saying that they have to be done really right. I think this is an example of it being done correctly.
It's an independent film, technically speaking, that connects to the movies. We're using independent films very loosely because there's no sequels, and this sets up to the main movies and main lore in some degree.
It's a solo film, if you will.
You are so fucking ridiculous. It's not even funny. My God, I hate you. Jesus. Yeah, you're riding solo now. That's for damn sure. My God, why are you like this?
Oh, come on, I'm
now,
funny.
The soundtrack was different too in this.
Yeah, I liked the soundtrack.
The soundtrack was good.
Yeah.
The action. Let's go back to that really quick because again, it was faster paced. Mm-hmm. Some of the better action in this Disney era, in my opinion, only surpassed by one soon enough, but.
Yes,
I think this had some of the better action, and there were like no lightsaber battles in this. It was all just again Western style combat, which worked.
Yeah, definitely worked. It didn't feel like a war movie. It felt like a heist movie, and I think, in my opinion, heist movies are more interesting to me than war movies.
I mean, you're allowed to be wrong once every 5 minutes, and this is that instance. But, no, I agree. I mean, it combines both war and heist by the end.
Yeah.
It does.
But, we don't really get the war battles until later on. We get the heist battles.
Yeah.
Which are fun.
I guess
I feel like heists involve more of something that I mentioned that I love, found family, like, trope. Like, we get, like, a group, like, a small group of people, like, who each have their own job that they happen to be good at, and that's what this movie felt like. And then we have the war aspect later on, and that's like a whole different battle.
I mean, let's talk about the other step to this, the stuff that makes Han a legend in the original movies. We finally saw how him and Lando met, and we finally saw the Castle Run. Walk me through just how well were the events done compared to what you expected in regards to Han's character.
I mean, I don't think I really thought about it. I think that it was cool to see, like, how we actually got to this point, how he met...
The Castle Run.
Yeah, the Castle Run, how he met Lando to begin with, and ultimately how he ends up taking the Millennial Falcon.
By beating him at his own game of cheating of Sabacc. It was so funny.
Yeah, I think this was a really great way to show that and to tie it all together.
Is there anything you didn't like about this movie in general? Like, at all?
No, I
know it's your favorite of the three, but is there anything?
It's not a perfect movie by any means. But I think it was
There
fun.
has to be something
like,
you could say.
I don't even know what I would say negatively about it, other than it taking a minute to get into...
Pacing. There you go.
Well, no, because it's not pacing, because the pacing wasn't the bad thing. I just think other than some of the acting choices... Like, it just took me a minute to get used to some of the castings.
There has to be something else.
But I don't think it was, like, I gave it a 4.
Out of 5?
4 out of 5.
Wow. Okay.
Like, it's not any lower than that, but I don't think I really have anything, like, bad to say about it.
Okay. I mean, that's a choice, I suppose.
Why? What do you think?
Nope. I'm not going to give my thoughts because I'm not going to persuade you. This is
this is
No.
your podcast, too. You have to give your
I'm
opinions.
just the co-host. I'm the Wookiee in the seat.
You
I
are
am
so... No,
I'm
you
the
are
Wookiee
so
in the seat.
opinionated, and you're not going to give your opinions now.
Okay, maybe it's the pacing. There you go.
Okay, you don't like the pacing.
The beginning takes a minute. I'm surprised you didn't note that, because you're always about slow starts. It's faster compared to other Star Wars movies, but it takes a minute.
I think it worked in this case.
Oh my god.
I happen to think it worked.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
But, like, we need
Hippo
that.
tit.
But we need that a little
You are
bit
a hippo tit.
because we need to see
Hypocrite.
his relationship with Kira.
I mean,
And then we need to see where he is all those years later and how he meets the rest of the group. And
Actually,
Beckett.
no. Shush for a second. Hold on. I wouldn't even say it's slow. No, it's the opposite. It's a little fast. It's a little faster than it should be.
Okay.
In my opinion. Because
Okay.
we jump from Kira to Beckett and then jump into the heist, almost. Like, there's no... Like, I feel like the Kira Han thing should have had way more time to stew in the beginning.
Okay.
Maybe a few minutes more.
I do feel the need to say that you don't get to yell at me and cut me off when I can't do the same to you. For the record. Anyway.
Hippo tit.
No, you're the hippo tit.
Hippo moose. There has to be something else that's like a negative for you in your
No, I
mind.
don't think I had one.
Really?
Yeah. I had a lot of fun
So
with
is this a
movie.
5 then for you?
No, it didn't feel like a 5. It wasn't a perfect movie.
Okay, no, shush for a second. I'm sick of this debate. 5-star does not mean perfect movie.
No, it
No,
doesn't. But
no.
Can you let me talk? And you don't like when I interrupt you?
Extremely loud and correct buzzer.
I'm going to have to kick your ass.
Please do. I don't care. So,
No, to me, a 5-star is a movie I would watch again and again and again and again and never get sick of it. Not necessarily perfect, but a movie that I love.
oh my god, your media literacy is hurting my brain canoodles.
No, it's opinion.
Mm.
All right, do you have any other questions for me?
No, other than
Alright.
why are you like this and why has God forsaken us? And I always ask that second question every day.
All right, let's move on to your favorite.
The best of the best, you're wrong, Rogue One, a Star Wars story, following the rebels that found the first Death Star's plans. This is an amazing movie. I'm dying to hear your thoughts considering Solo's your favorite of the bunch. Let's hear how wrong you are. Start it off.
No, I liked this movie a lot. Honestly,
Yeah, you didn't like it more than Solo though, so
no,
you're wrong.
I think I liked it just as much.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
Let's
that's
hear
right.
how wrong you are.
I liked the premise a lot. I thought it was really cool. Probably the best premise of the 3.
Okay.
Because we're following a group of characters who are trying to steal the plans for the Death Star.
And are probably gonna die. Actually, we know they're gonna die.
Yeah, we know.
And we get to that. Don't you worry, chat. She made it a point to get pissy at me about it.
Yes, I did get. Well, I mean, I was more pissy at you because I was hungry and you didn't make the pizza until 3 hours after you said you were going to.
Me, I have wrong opinions.
Oh my
I'm blonde.
goodness.
Anyways,
I'm going to have to.
Rogue One follows the rebels and them meeting together and building this team to essentially, and building the courage essentially, to raid the Imperial base that has the Death Star plans. This is an independent movie, yes, but now with Andor out, Andor's the prequel series, which leads to Rogue One, which leads into A New Hope. You get the drill by this point. I think it's the best of the three. And I think arguably it's the best of the Disney movies. And I think arguably it's one of the best Star Wars movies of all time. Dare I say better than Return of the Jedi and Revenge of the Sith. Okay. In many ways. It is a political movie done amazingly. It encapsulates the hopelessness in a war and an uphill battle. And you go into this expecting most, if not everybody, is going to die. So it challenges your belief of getting attached to people. And it challenges the belief of getting attached to somebody in a war. And it really is such a great look into the birth of the true beginning of the rebellion in my eyes. Yes.
You say we go into this knowing everyone's gonna die. No, the fuck we didn't.
I thought they mentioned it in A New Hope.
No.
Well, listen. You expect most, if not all of them, to die going into this.
No,
I'm sorry.
The fuck you didn't.
If someone came into this expecting all the rebels to live, I'm sorry, but you're the reason wars continue. I am sorry. Like, there is no way this rogue group of rebels, most of them, survive. I'm sorry. The rebellion, especially throughout all these movies, gets their asses handed to them.
I don't like when you make me watch sad things.
I'm sorry, but this is a good movie. It's a phenomenal movie.
I don't like when you make me watch things that hurt me.
Give your other thoughts. Your other thoughts, please.
Honestly, I really, really liked this one.
Phenomenal movie.
I think the only reason that I think I like Solo a little bit more is because it did something different and it worked. This one felt like a Star Wars movie, which isn't a bad thing whatsoever. It definitely did new things. I really enjoyed it. I know you don't like my opinion right now because I don't 100% agree with you.
I just find it wild. This did something different.
I didn't say that it didn't do anything different.
You just said...
No, I said it did new things, if you listened.
Yeah, it still did a different approach, though. Like, we're used to Star Wars where even if the heroes are fighting an uphill battle and getting their asses handed to them, there's still a glimmer of hope. You don't get that through most of this movie. Especially in that final battle. You get the idea is that something bad is lurking around the corner. And you know what is? The Death Star.
No, but I still felt like there was hope through it. Even at the end, even at the final battle. You get the feeling that even though all of these characters just fucking died, somebody else is going to come in and they are going to make that sacrifice worthwhile.
And someone did come in. Darth Vader. Darth Vader came in.
Leia came in at the end.
Well, she didn't do anything. She technically got the plans.
But
it was
but that's the point. It leads into the New Hope, which is a hopeful fucking movie.
But that's why I said most of this movie, though, is not hopeful. These characters are dying. You get attached to them, but they die. Like, you... no, don't look at me like that. Get your face away from my face. Boopity-doopity-doop. Go in your corner. Over there. Thank you. Benson's gonna rant for a minute.
Benson's always ranting.
This is literally... This movie is so fucking good. Like, it has all these bright the final planet, bright as shit, almost tropical-like, and all this horrifying shit is happening on it. The contrast is amazing. This spiritual character thinking that he's one with the Force, oh my god, amazing. Like, you just get the feeling that this is a ragtag group that has no hope at the end. They don't know what's going to happen, but they're holding on to that hope, but you realistically know they're not going to make it, a lot of them. And they don't. Like, the cinematography, amazing. amazing in this movie.
Agreed.
This has the best fight sequences in the, bless you,
Thank you.
in the last decade or two. Best fight sequences, challenge me if I'm wrong, of the entire Disney saga. Best fight sequences. That final battle, amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Phenomenal. Yeah, maybe the first 15 minutes are a mess at times. It takes a minute to get into, but you lock the fuck in afterwards. This gets you hyped at the end of it all. Great CGI, amazing battles, amazing backdrops. Give me your thoughts. I'm ranting. Give me your thoughts.
No, I really, really, really liked it. I liked the characters. Cassian. I'd let him hug me too.
Okay. Hey, here's this film that's depressing about war. Look at this hot guy.
Yeah, absolutely. Duh. It's the only reason to watch war movies.
It's amazing how I'm still with you, honestly.
Oh, grow up.
No.
No, grow up.
I am...
You appreciate actors and actresses too.
Well, not when they get fucking nuked by a Death Star.
Listen.
They got Hiroshima'd.
I didn't say he was attracted because he got blown up. I just said he was attractive.
Yeah, the heat of the Death Star really made him hotter. What can I say? The heat of the Death Star really made him hot. I'm amazed. Please continue your points. Please do.
I did like I liked the new characters. Jin took a minute to get to warm up to, but because that's her character, that is literally the point. She's not a warm character. She's not a hopeful character. We start out, she's alone. She's... What are you doing?
I'm just, you're emphasizing my point, so I'm emphasizing my hand. Please continue.
Her father is missing. The person that was raising her is also missing and hasn't spoken to her in years. She's joining this group who are basically using her to get to her father so that they can kill him. Like, she's not meant to be a hopeful character, but I really enjoyed her. Cassian, I enjoyed. He basically calls her out on her shit the whole time, and he challenges her. The droid in this one, K2SO, I think that's his name.
Yeah, probably.
Another sassy droid. Like, no matter what is happening in a Star Wars movie, you can always count on there being at least one sassy droid, whether or not you can understand them. R2-D2 is usually that droid. Mm-hmm. But I really like this one, because he also calls Jin out on her shit.
It's a good, yeah.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. Then we had the other two characters whose names are escaping me right now.
No, you got this. Go ahead.
You got the blind character whose name again
Spiritual
I forget.
Leader, yes.
Yes, loved him. He was great. And then the other one whose name I also forget.
Oh dear God.
I'm sorry.
You got this.
I don't know his name.
You can absolutely try this so much.
Who? Yeah, I liked him too.
Chirrut.
Yeah, that
Is
guy.
that who you're talking about?
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. Okay.
Oh boy. So it's Chirrut who is the spiritual one, and then Bodhi.
Bodhi. No, he was the.
Bodhi's the one that got killed by the grenade.
Yeah, the pilot.
Yeah, Bodhi was the one that got killed by the grenade when he was setting up the Rebel fleet communications.
Yeah.
You know that one?
Yeah, I like them all. It's a great cast of characters who, obviously, they start out having hope, and then they realize that even if they do have a little bit of hope, they're not the ones that are going to, they're making this sacrifice so that somebody else can ultimately win the war. Mm-hmm. They're not winning the battle, but somebody else is going to win the war for them. So I think I disagree with you about this movie not being hopeful. It's one of those...
It's not entirely hopeful.
It's not supposed to be, though.
That's exactly it. That you're proving my point.
I'm not saying I'm disagreeing with you whatsoever. You're taking it like I'm attacking you.
What do you mean you're attacking me? You're not attacking me.
It like I'm
you are not
attacking your
attacking me.
opinion.
I'm just saying you're allowed to be wrong every 5 minutes. That's my issue.
No, but you're saying it like I'm being mean to your opinion. I'm not. I'm agreeing with your opinion. I just happen to have a slightly different one, which is okay.
5 minutes, you're wrong. Time's up.
Oh my goodness.
I'm going to do a chalk marker every time you're wrong after the 5 minute mark. Okay? And you're going to owe me a lot of Reese's Pieces by the end of
I'm
this.
not
That's for
giving
sure.
you Reese's Pieces.
Fuck you, you're giving me Reese's Pieces.
You don't even eat the Reese's Pieces.
Extremely incorrect. You're on mark number 1.
You barely eat Reese's Pieces.
Mark number 2. If
you're gonna eat a Reese's, you're eating like.
That's not a Reese's. Number 3. You want to keep going, or you want to give Star Wars opinions?
You
go ahead,
don't
Weezy.
go for the Reese's Pieces. You typically go for the Reese's Cups. Or
Number
if
4,
it's
that's incorrect.
Or if it's a seasonal holiday, you go for the Reese's Trees.
Number 5.
Or like the Reese's Eggs.
6.
Or something like that. You don't
7,
go for Reese's Pieces. Don't lie to me.
8.
When do you ever eat Reese's Pieces?
I eat Reese's Pieces a lot more than you think, sister.
No, you're always
and you're also
getting
wrong
the
about the
Reese's
Reese's
Cups.
in general because I eat Reese's Fast Breaks a lot.
You're always getting the Reese's Cups.
I like the Reese's Fast Breaks the most.
You never get Reese's Fast Breaks when you're with
I
me.
get them all the time at work. You just don't see it.
I don't see you at work. But 9
Number
times
9.
out of 10, whenever we're out and about and you're getting a Reese's, it's a Reese's
10.
Cup.
Number 10.
Oh my god, I'm gonna
And it's not even Star Wars opinions. Keep it up. I love this.
Fiance. I really am.
You said you're going to kill me. No, you won't. Number
Yes,
11.
Yes, I am.
That's number
I'm
11.
gonna throw you out a window.
12.
Oh my fucking god.
We haven't even gotten a Star Wars opinion since I started this counter. Please continue. What else did you like about this movie? That Darth Vader
I
scene.
don't even know anymore.
Okay, wait. I'm going to keep this counter up. That Darth Vader scene was sick as fuck.
Yeah, it was.
Good job. You passed
No,
the test.
I liked his cameo.
Oh, his scene was fucking iconic.
Well, he was in it twice.
Yeah, well, the ending. The ending.
Sequence.
Yes.
Yeah, that was
Brutal.
brutal.
You want to talk about no hope? How about that scene?
Yeah.
He murdered them. Like, this is the most powerful we've seen Darth Vader in the movies overall. Like, this dude was flipping shit.
Yeah, this is really an example of Anakin at his strongest power.
Mm-hmm.
Thought you were about to give me a wrong point for that.
No.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
No. It was amazing. And the soundtrack was phenomenal.
Yeah.
Best soundtrack so far?
I feel like it was
out of
a
the
little,
movies that
I
we've
feel like
seen.
it
Out of
was
the
a
Disney
little-
era.
I feel like it was a little quiet compared to the others.
Out of the Disney era, I should say. Sorry.
But it was a little quiet compared to the others. Like, I feel like in some movies I could hear the soundtrack and appreciate it a little more. I feel like I couldn't with this one.
Number 13.
Yeah, that's fine.
Number 13.
That's fine.
That final scene especially wasn't John Williams either.
Oh.
Was not John Williams.
Okay.
No, this is the same guy that did the soundtrack for the Batman,
Still haven't seen that.
which you need to. And I can't wait to add to the tracker of that one.
Which is so funny because when we were spinning the wheel, it almost very, 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 like, narrowly almost was DC.
It was. Okay, silliness aside, and patting aside, what else is there about this movie? Anything at all? The action, again, I think is the best. That final battle is dynamic.
Yeah.
It was intense. You saw every part equally, and it had some new strategies we hadn't really seen much in Star Wars. Like when they disabled one Imperial Star Destroyer and then crashed it into another by using, like, a rebel ship. And then again, I can't say enough, the Darth Vader scene. Oh my god, that scene was so fucking epic.
Yeah.
You want to talk about no hope? You know those plans are getting onto that ship. But my god, and this is why I feel like the movie has this emphasis on no hope and fighting an uphill battle compared to hope and fighting an uphill battle of the other ones. That scene alone proves it. Because you know the plans are going to make it, but the way they directed it and choreographed it all, you just know he is quite literally breathing down their necks, and he was seconds away from getting those damn plans.
Yeah. I think that was a phenomenal, like, even if I didn't like any of the other battles, that one made up for all of them.
Wait, you didn't like the other battles?
I said, even if I didn't, listen to my words.
I'm going to put the tracker down.
Yeah, I'm going to talk to
Put
you
the
like I
tracker
start
down.
talking to one of my kids. Listen to my words.
I am. I just thought you were going somewhere with this.
No, I said, even if.
Oh, these These battles were amazing, genuinely. And, even then, the fallout, watching the rebel ships getting annihilated when the Death Star jumped out of hyperspace. One of the few times, if not only times, we see the Death Star move around, mind you, really.
Mm-hmm.
Other than, obviously, A New Hope, when it jumped into the orbit of Yavin 4. It's one of the few times. That shot of it in the atmosphere. Oh my god. So good. So damn good. The cinematography of this movie is the best of the Star Wars movies, you have to admit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, every shot had a damn purpose, and it was so good.
Yeah.
The action, amazingly on point. Everything was so damn good. Is there anything else you didn't like about this movie or liked about this movie that you want to bring up? Wasn't as funny.
Yeah, it was serious. It
meant to be, yeah.
It's meant to be serious. It had a point, and it went with it. It's so interesting because it's such like a simple premise.
It's a classic war film.
It's just a simple premise of them trying to like. It's essentially another heist movie where they're trying to steal the plans for the Death Star.
It's a war-charged heist movie, though.
Yeah, which maybe that's why I think I liked Solo a little better. only because like my go-to is like a more hopeful, colorful film.
There were colors before the planet got blown up.
And then there was just one color.
Orange. Fiery orange. And they died.
I know.
How'd you feel about that? Watching everybody die.
Oh my god, I literally looked at Benson and said, man, fuck this movie.
Okay, which death hurt you the most?
Oh gosh,
Which one hurt you the most? They all hurt in some way, because you grow attached. You don't want to grow attached to these characters, but that's the best part about war movies like these with no hope. You get attached, and it hurts even more.
I know, it's like Game of Thrones. When I started reading those books, we haven't watched the TV show. I don't know if we ever will. But,
I don't care to.
Yeah, I don't either because I'm still waiting on the books. But it's like Game of Thrones. Everyone's like, don't get attached to these characters. Literally, page 1, I was already attached.
Yeah. What death hurt you the most? Was it the droid? Was it Kay?
Oh, it was. I mean, yes. But I knew that one was coming because they always kill the fucking droids.
Yeah.
Except for C-3PO and R2. Which is funny because they also made a cameo in this one.
They sure did.
Yeah. I think it was Cassian and Jyn.
Really?
Because I think once you realize, first of all, you thought Jyn was or you thought Cassian was dead first.
He was already dead, yeah.
But then like you still have that little tiny bit of hope that they're gonna like those two at least are going to make it. And then they're talking and Cassian's like, do you think anybody's listening? And Jyn is like, yeah, I think someone's listening somewhere. And that's when you get the idea of, like, they're not going to make it. So they're not the ones that are going to inspire the change, but somebody else will inspire that change.
Well, they did technically inspire the change because their plan worked. Their plan worked.
Or they're not the ones that are going to
enact the next phase.
Enact the
They
change.
started the hope, though.
Yeah.
They did enact change, though, I'd argue. Because they stole the plans. They did the impossible. They finished one phase. They're just not going to see the rest of it through.
Yeah. And that's the part that really sucks. Like, you say this movie's not hopeful. And it's not in many ways, but it also is.
Yeah, towards the end. The final scene with Leia especially makes you realize it was all worth it still.
Yeah.
But when you're in the moment, you feel what these characters are feeling, where they're putting on a facade of hope, where they realize they aren't going to make it. And that they did the job, but at the cost of themselves. And it hurts. Because immediately after they say that, guess what you see in the distance? The Death Star.
Yeah. I think I looked at Benson probably about 3 times and said, man, fuck this movie. And then Binks was watching us from the other side of the room. And Benson's like, oh, Binksy's watching. And I said, Binks, this is bullshit.
Yeah, he had no idea what was going on. Max joined us for Solo. He really likes Solo, though, actually.
Yeah, he was watching Solo. That was really cute.
It's very interesting what our cats like to watch. Binks stayed a lot for Rogue One. But, again, I really think this film is different from Star Wars. I'd have to disagree slightly, where, yeah, it does new things, but I'd argue it's still different from the main Star Wars idea, because it feels like a typical war film.
Yeah.
It feels like a typical war film and a heist film like Solo, but just has way more impact and pack for a punch, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I
get you. I'm not disagreeing with you.
15.
I said I'm not disagreeing with you.
You're wrong. I know you are disagreeing with me
No,
because you're about to say Solo better.
No. I like them both. I think they're different. Like,
Yeah.
too different for me to say one is better
Well, yeah,
than the
no
other.
shit, obviously.
I gave them both 4 stars.
16. 16.
Oh, boy.
Rogue One's a 5-star. Phenomenal movie. Like, yeah, the beginning act takes a minute to get into, and the act has a moment here and there, but I feel like you just lock in because the characters are locked in, and you believe in them. And, like, it's so fucking good in that regard. You can tell these movies came out around the time it felt like, Donald Trump's first presidency, and then with Andor, you feel like with the Palestine movement and everything, like, you feel like there's a lot of similarities with Solo, you could argue, was the deportation thing, it feels like, for Trump's America, Like, we got those shots back to Solo where the families are getting separated, trying to flee, of the stormtroopers getting for identification, if you remember that scene. Like, even Solo had its political moments, quite frankly, that tied back to why Star Wars can be such a political film, even when it isn't entirely trying to be the whole time. Rogue One is inherently political, and it's a damn fucking good one. And it does show the darker side of politics where there is going to be when you feel like you're losing and there's no hope, and there's hope at the last second at the end. That is a moment we are living, a lot of people in America, in Palestine, in Ukraine, in a lot of places right now in the world where that is happening. Mm-hmm. And it's not an easy feeling, but this is a film that helps you digest it in a way because, at the end they're going to win. Yeah, technically they don't win with the sequel movies, blah, 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 but then they win anyway. Shut up! But they're good. Like, it's a good movie for that regard. It's a good, humble reminder that a lot of good fights end up in ass-kickings and despair. You know what this film does remind me of, in a way? Godzilla -1. Jesus Christ. It's not as heavy as Godzilla -1, in my opinion, but that still stands there. The indomitable human spirit, these guys kicked ass against what feels like a machine army, in a way. And the Imperials technically are. A lot of them are clones, technically, so they are engineered scientifically. Darth Vader became more man than machine in this movie, dicing everybody. Like, yes, it's not as heavy as Godzilla constantly, but you do feel that hopelessness until the rebel fleet arrives, and the indomitable human spirit, despite taking a beating, persists at the end. You feel a bit of despair, but damn if the payoff isn't worth it at the end. Mm-hmm. Anything else you got to add to this?
No, I think it was a really, really, really good movie.
Is that it?
Yes.
Okay.
I did not dislike this movie whatsoever. I don't have anything negative to say about it. It just didn't fall as high for me as Solo. And I know you're going to give me another fucking point. What are these points adding to exactly?
Reese's Pieces.
I'm getting you 17 Reese's Pieces.
Individual ones.
Individual ones.
Yes.
So I can't just buy a pack?
No.
How am I supposed to get you 17 fucking Reese's Pieces?
Figure it out. It's your issue, not mine.
I'm gonna have to kill you.
It's your wrong opinion, not mine.
I'm gonna have to smother you.
18. 18 Reese's Pieces. Okay, the bit's gone on long enough. Okay, I'm gonna shake your hand. A lot of people are like, Benson's abusive to their wife.
No, we warned you at the beginning.
Benson is a pouty pants on different opinions. No, I am not. No. I've kept up the bit long enough. I respect your opinion, even if it's wrong.
No, they don't.
I'm trying to be realistic here. You're really sending me on a villain arc, it feels like.
Honey, I love you.
Uh-huh.
We talked about this at the very beginning. You have very strong opinions.
I do.
What you need to do is not talk over me.
What was that?
I'm gonna
oh, that's right. Yep.
I'm
joking.
All right. Is there anything else that you need to tell me? Or ask me? Or...
No. I gotta migrate the size of a vagina.
Okay. Well...
I'm gonna cut that. You could cut that part out. You can cut that part out. I was trying to say Virginia, and I said vagina.
What am I gonna do?
You can cut that part out. Can you retake that? Can you ask if I have anything else for you?
Alright, do you have anything else to ask?
No.
Or tell me?
I mean, you owe me 18 Reese's Pieces.
I do not owe
individual
you
Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces.
But Other than that, this was a good episode. I feel like you got a good look at different edges of the galaxy compared to the typical Star Wars approach.
I think this is the first one we disagreed on.
Really?
I think so.
Really?
Our first disagreement.
Actually?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we disagreed on Last Jedi a little bit.
No, because we both acknowledged that it wasn't like a bad, like it wasn't the worst movie, but it wasn't a good movie.
Oh no, you're right. We disagreed with Connor. I'm sorry.
We disagreed
Never
with
mind.
Connor. You disagreed with Connor. I mean, I disagreed with Connor too, but you got into it with Connor.
I mean, I felt like I was going in circles with that conversation. I felt like I was going in circles.
Yeah.
But, I mean, hey, he's allowed to his opinion too. Connor, you owe me Reese's Pieces. But, okay. I don't have anything else for you.
All right.
I know your ranking, I guess, then.
Yeah. I think it was Clone Wars, Rogue One.
Talking over you real quick.
Road.
Where would you rank these among the other films?
Oh boy. I mean, we're gonna do a tier ranking at the end of January anyway.
Okay. Can I do a higher or lower thing with you then? Just to get a general idea?
You could sure try.
Let's play higher or lower. Okay, let's start with Clone Wars. Lower or higher than Rise of Skywalker?
Higher.
Lower or higher than Last Jedi?
Higher.
Lower or higher than Attack of the Clones? Because I feel like those are your bottom 3 movies, if I'm correct. Lower or higher?
Lower.
So right between Clone... Okay. That's ironic, given Attack of the Clones sets up the Clone Wars. Okay. Solo. We already know it's going to be higher than the rest of these movies. So lower or higher than Episode 1? Because I feel like that's next for you.
Higher.
Lower or higher than Force Awakens?
Higher.
Lower or higher than A New Hope? I'm going on my ranking, but like I know you're... But I also know you're like technically not far from that, though.
Solo.
Lower or higher? Because I know your top 3 are probably Empire Strikes Back, Revenge of the Sith, and Return of the Jedi, correct?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So it's the same as mine then, okay. So, lower or higher than New Hope? You got this.
Higher.
Lower or higher than your top 3 then?
Lower.
Okay. So then, in regards to, Rogue One, lower or higher than A New Hope?
Higher.
So, literally sandwiched between Solo and A New Hope.
Yeah.
Right before... So that's your top 5 Star Wars movie right now. Return of the Jedi, Revenge of the Sith, Empire Strikes Back, Solo, and then Rogue One.
I think so, yeah.
Okay. I can't think of anything more controversial than Solo. A lot of people find it forgettable and boring.
I liked it, though. I mean, like, it took a minute to grow on me. I'm not going to be real. It's not like the perfect Star Wars
It's a different angle, though.
Yeah, but I liked that it was different.
Yeah, it's one of those things that Star Wars does differently compared to the sequel trilogy with Last Jedi and then trying to fix the Force Awakens and Last Jedi shit, but then being different at the same time. It's not like that. It's completely different, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It does a lot of good things right, and it sets up the continuity, other than the Falcon, of course, with the whole L3 type of thing. Sets up the continuity perfectly, in my opinion.
Yeah. Everything
I feel like in these films sets up continuity perfectly.
Yeah, I think they did. These are an example of doing a prequel right.
And why I guess I group them as independent films, agree or disagree, I guess, is that yes, they set up a bigger continuity, but you can still watch these individual films at the end of the day. The one you can't technically being Clone Wars, because you don't get that payoff of that movie because it doesn't feel like a movie, but more so a drop-off into the television series. But that's also not entirely a bad thing. Do you disagree with any of that?
No.
Yeah, because again, you can watch these movies on their own, I feel like, and still get a good idea of what the Solo universe, or not the Solo universe, the Star Wars universe is like.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Even if you take that different approach, which is good, because a lot of Star Wars media continues that approach, or different approaches throughout books and video games and all that shit. I mean, they turn into Legos. That's a different approach in its own. But, okay, I don't think I have anything else for you.
All right. So, if you are following along with us...
Which you should be.
This was the last of our movies. We are moving on to the TV shows. Oh, man,
really
we have a lot.
The last of our movies?
The last of our movies.
At least for now, right?
No.
Oh, yeah, we aren't watching the Ewok movies. That's correct.
There are Ewok movies?
Oh, I thought I told you.
What?
Yeah, they're live-action Ewok movies. The Ewoks fucking talk. It's weird.
What the fuck?
And there's like this giant that eats them.
How many movies are there?
For Ewoks? 1 or 2. And I'm like, they're like TV movies more than anything, I guess. And I guess you could no, the Star Wars. Oh no, wait, no, this is. Never mind. I'm not gonna say that one. We're saving that one for the Christmas episode. I can't wait for that one.
Okay, maybe we'll watch the Ewok movies
For the wrap up. Okay.
Because you didn't tell me these were.
I thought I did.
No, because we would have talked about when we were planning this.
My bad, dog. My bad, dog. That's my B.
All right. Well, speaking of Ewoks.
Oh boy.
We are watching 2 shows from the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Ewoks and droids.
I already have thoughts on droids especially.
Well, that's the most you've seen. I have more thoughts on Ewoks, but we'll talk about that when we talk about it. They're both on Disney Plus if you want to watch along with us. Ewoks is 2 seasons long and droids only has 1.
Yeah.
I'm really, really excited. Okay. If you want to leave something down below, what's our question of the week?
What is your favorite of these 3 films?
I feel like you're giving such basic questions.
Okay, fine. Why is Rogue One the best? What do you want me to say? What do you want me to say? What was your favorite, side alien that showed up for 5 seconds? Lady that burned from a sun like a vampire in Solo? Do you want me to say what was your favorite Chewbacca look? The mud-drenched one, the naked shower one, or the non-satchel one?
Who's your favorite? I mean, you can answer what Benson just asked. Or, who's your favorite droid and why?
What?
Yeah, we just talked about all the different sassy droids.
Oh, everyone's going to say R2.
There's R2, there's Dio, there's...
BB-8.
BB-8?
C-3PO.
C-3PO?
The Separatist battle droids.
Exactly.
Listen.
There's so many droids that you could pick from.
Why are we asking this question? We all know everyone's answer is going to be R2-D2.
Not necessarily. It could be something different.
If somebody says something other than R2-D2, I'm going to post a sub-episode of me screaming like R2-D2 for 10 minutes for an hour on loop to this channel.
It
And
could
you
be
have
something
you have to be serious. You cannot just say, "Oh, my favorite's this. Go scream, Benson." And you have to be serious. You have to give us reasons why it's your favorite. You cannot pull a wool over our eyes. If it's R2 and you're masking it with L3, I'm going to dox you and come find you and tase you with R2-D2's taser. That's a threat. And a promise. Am I actually going to do this? I feel like I have to do this now that I've spoken into existence.
God.
Yeah, what's your favorite droid? What's your favorite droid?
Well,
Can't
thanks
wait.
for hanging out with us on the Ketchup Corner, and we will see you on Tuesday.
Bye. May the Force be with you. Bye.